morning. How y'all doing today? How is y'all doing? How is life? Now, I'm going to come up here and talk about things that I feel like people don't really understand all the way. Like forgiveness. You know, a lot of people say, I'm not going to forgive them, or why would I forgive them? And you know, the biggest thing, good morning. Let me wait a little longer till I start talking on this topic. But I don't know if y'all understand how important it is to actually like forgive people for what they do. You don't really have to forget about what's been done to you. That's fine. Most people can't forget about shit that's been done to them. But it's really important to forgive people, because when you don't forgive somebody, the weight of what that person did or what that person has going on is sitting on your spirit. Like, just because you decided that you didn't want to forgive somebody, now you're angry and you're frustrated and all that shit about the things that somebody else did to you or something that transpired. And, you know, it's like driving a car. You know, when you drive a car, you're going to drive for everybody else on the road. And it's real important to drive for everybody on the road because, you know, people are stupid. And you'll catch yourself in a crash just because, good morning, John. You'll catch yourself in a crash just because, you know, you wanted to beep at that person and tell them to stop and they didn't want to stop. So, like, with forgiveness, it's like, I could be mad at them for doing this dumb shit on the road, you know, or I could forgive them because they probably don't know what they're doing. The biggest thing is, you know, the anger that you carry, that shit sits in your spirit. And I ain't trying to be having no anger and anguish and hatred towards nobody. Like, the Bible say literally, like, forgive them for they know not what they do. And then, y'all know, Jesus, right? I'm sorry, I gotta church it up a little bit. But he supposedly, you know, walked a perfect life. And he didn't sin. And he didn't do any wrong. And, you know, people still hated him all the way up until they literally killed him. You know, and while Jesus was going through all the things that he was going through, you know, he talked to God and he asked him. And they're like, well, how many times are you going to forgive these people? And then Jesus replied, he said, I would forgive them 7 times 7 times 7, just as God would do for me. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Lamont. He said I was fine. Thank you. I look a little messy because I'm just making some